Hello people, I'm going to show you how to fix your Smok Novo, the X version in particular, but this will also work for pretty much all the other Novo models. So the problem I have been having was the pod was not registering, so I wouldn't be able to hit it. I'd take the pod in and out, and the LCD screen would not light up. So, first I'm going to show you what you're going to need, and that is... Sorry about that, my cat just chased the dog up the steps. You're going to need a micro screwdriver and a micro flathead, preferably. You could also use something like a fingernail clipper, just something small and something small that's got an edge on it. So to start, you're gonna have to remove the rear plate first. Reason being is because behind this the battery here, which don't worry, it's not going to come out. It's all connected very well. There is 2 screws, which I have already removed. Right there and there. Make sure you do not lose those. If you do lose them, your device will still work. You just won't have a plate on it. So anyway, to remove this, all you have to do is take your fingernail and dig it in to this area. If you can't get it with your fingernail, you can try the flathead screwdriver. That works pretty well. Or you know, just about anything that's thin enough to get in there. And as soon as you have the bottom piece popped up a little bit, you can remove the whole plate from there. Now, while you're doing so, you're going to feel like you're going to break it. And the reason for that is because it is glued. So when you're pulling this plate up, you're going to feel a lot of pressure, but don't worry. Even if you were to break this piece, it's just a piece of plastic. No big deal. So after removing the plate, set that aside. Next step would be to grab your Phillips head screwdriver, pick up the battery, to reveal where these screws go, which is right there and right there. Remove those screws and make sure that you set them in a safe place. Because again, if these fall on your carpet, you are not going to find them. They are very, very tiny. After removing those screws, you can then go ahead and remove the front faceplate. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for you. I've already removed this once, so it's going to be a little bit easier for me to do so again. Hopefully. Jesus Christ, I really got that thing on there. Oh. See, there we go. It popped up. Now, most of the glue is towards the top. So, just after you have it propped up, just take your fingernail along the sides just to help loosen it up a bit. And then from there, all you do is pull, and you're, again, it's going to be the same thing as the back side. You're going to feel like you're going to break it because of the glue. There we go. That has now been removed. So, at this point, you can see the motherboard. And the problem I was having was the device was not registering that there was a pod in. The screen wouldn't light up at all. The only time the screen would light up was when I would plug it into the charger, and it still would not let me hit the device. So at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and show you this here quick. This right here, this button, that is the button from the faceplate there. I've only had this device for a week, so it was already very clean on the inside. If you've had yours for longer, just take a Q-tip, wipe down the motherboard, just get it cleaned up. You don't, if you're gonna have it apart, you may as well clean it now. On the Novo X, this metal rod here goes up into the pod in there, and that is what registers that the device has a pod in it. So to fix it, all I did was take the flathead end of the screwdriver and slightly push down on these 3 terminals here where it is soldered. You do not want to push down on the wires themselves, but where the silver solder is. So just put some pressure down onto each one. I'm not going to do it again because I already fixed the device. And then from there, after you insert the pod, your LCD screen should light right back up. Now, to put the device back together, obviously, just do what you did to take it apart, but in reverse. Oh, sorry. Put the front faceplate back on first, and if you notice, the faceplate and the rear plates have these plastic ridges, so it just snaps right back into place. Very easy. Double check, make sure it's still working. Oh, should probably demonstrate that the device does indeed hit for you. Now, flip the device over, lift up the battery to reveal the screw holes. Take your micro Phillips screwdriver and just insert them back into place. You don't want to use much force when doing this because you do not want to end up stripping the threads of the screw. As you can see, it is a bit difficult just because of how small everything is. Okay, so that screw is back in. Also, it's going to very much help if you have a Phillips head that is magnetic. So that way you can just set it right back in the screw hole like that. Second screw is back in. I'm going to go back to the first screw and finish tightening that one down. And just tighten it enough till you feel a little bit of pressure on your fingers. Put the battery back down. Take the rear plate and do the same thing. And just snap it back into place. And now you have a working Smok Novo X. Enjoy.